What's up, Pisces? This is going to be a love reading for the second half of July. This is for my Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out my channel. If you're new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I do offer personal readings. All the info for that's in the description box of the video. There's a wait for a reading with me, so if you want to explore your options, I put a link to Mystic Sense and Spiritual Blossom, my affiliates, in the description box as well. They're going to offer you access to lots of amazing psychics and readers located all over the world at any given time. If you go through the links I provided, Mystic Sense will give you your first 5-minute reading free. Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 if you deposit $20. Check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I put the links to those in the description box as well. Now, Pisces, I'm going to do a person on your mind. How do they feel about you? Then how do you feel about them? And then the projected potential outcome for the second half of July. I say potential to anyone that is new to my channel because I infuse law of assumption into this channel and into my readings, which means that the tarot readings are really just checking in points for your current version, who you are, this version of Pisces, and a version of a specific person, and the version of the connection that you have selected out of the infinite that are available right now. Creation is finished. Circumstances don't matter. Your desires are meant for you. You can manifest anything differently. It requires a shift in your state of consciousness, the version of you, okay? And the version of the person that you're selecting. Now, everything on the outside is your mirror. So please have a look at some of the coaches that I always recommend, like Dylan James, Kim Velez, Sammy Ingram, Manifesting with Kimberly, or anyone that tickles your fancy. Look into, do your homework, look into the law, Neville Goddard, Florence Scovel-Shinn, Joseph Murphy. Look at some of the content I've posted, and I will continue to post on this, so, you know, but this is just the check-in, guys. So, all right, the person on Pisces' mind, how do they feel about Pisces? Oh, lots of Swords, Pisces. They're stuck in their mind about you. There's been a tension. 5 of Swords, there's a conflict, not seeing eye to eye, and then there's the Empress card as well. And the 7 of Pentacles, they're not, it was in the reverse. So it's like, on one hand, they feel like there's potential here to grow and expand with you, or maybe they're hoping for marriage, children. I don't know. That's the Empress card. Could be dealing with a situation involving a wife or a mother, but otherwise, this is like the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Either they feel you're not invested anymore, they're not sure whether they can invest anymore. Like 7 of Pentacles is the foundation. It's like, the foundation has been built, but there's no effort being put in. I mean, there's a Page of Pentacles, there's a 4 of Swords in the reverse, there's a 10 of Wands, lots of burdens here. Something's weighing on this situation. They want to come out of a rest. So if you are on a break or at a rest state, they want to come out of it. They still see an opportunity. Like maybe they want to make an offer to you. Now, as we move into July, I'll have a look. Strength card. There could be tension between you and this person. I mean, that's the shadow of the strength. Otherwise, I would say like, well, something is definitely testing the strength of this connection, or the confidence. There's like a confidence issue in moving ahead, or making an offer. Yeah, because look, we've got an Emperor card in the reverse, and I saw an Empress before, and I talked a lot about foundations. There could be a struggle here about wanting, you know, perhaps this person wants you to take control of matters. Perhaps you want this person to take control of matters. Emperor card is like, in the reverse is shadow energy. It is control issues, and there's confidence issues here, or ego battles here. So it's like, you know, that's weighing on the connection potentially. There's been erratic communication, or some of you have been on a break because there's been like a harsh cutting off, or an abrupt ending of sorts. They want to come out of that. They're burdened by it, like maybe the words exchanged. But there's something here, the Emperor in the reverse, control issues. Ace of Swords is in the reverse. So or it's either control issues or someone really like not stepping up to the plate. I mean, this person could be aware that they're not, because they're carrying a lot of burden. Some of you are dealing with a situation, like I said, not all of you, but like there's children or there's marriage outside of the connection, and therefore there's an inability to really build something stable. But for the rest of you, I mean, this is just coming down to like someone feels the other one's in their shadow. I mean, this person could be in their shadow Emperor energy, which is like over-controlled with their emotions. So they don't have the confidence when it comes to expressing themselves, or you know, and that could trigger, there could be triggers here, Knight of Swords, or they feel that way about you, Pisces, is not giving you shit. I say it in all my reads, and I'm going to get it out of the way. Sorry for those that cross-watch if I'm like repeating myself. They're not a robot, okay? They have their own emotions, their own history and challenges and limiting beliefs, and they project that into the situation and whatever, but they're still your mirror. So on this timeline and in this version of Pisces, they're still you pushed out, which essentially means you still selected them, and they're going to show up according to your dominant assumption, so that you have selected them, and then they're reflecting back something. If it's unfavorable, it's like some kind of a limiting belief you have about love or about self or whatever, then they behave in a certain way, and they might reconfirm that to you. Then you hold them in a dominant assumption that they are that person, and then this is when we can go round and round, right? So look at the last live that I did with Naya, it will explain this a bit more. But if you do want this to change, if you want this person and you're frustrated, and it's just like you go, oh, they always react that way, or they'll never step up to the plate, or they're egotistical, or they're a control freak, or they have control issues, or they're avoidant, whatever the labels are, guys, you just need to let go of this version and persist with because it exists. All versions exist right now. So in the quantum field, there is a version of you and this person that are together, and it's peaceful, and it's loving, and it's committed, and it's stable, and the communication is great, and there's emotional availability. I mean, whatever it is that you want, but it's not here getting frustrated at the mirror and wanting the mirror to shift. That's where you go round and round, and then eventually you say, fuck them. Okay? All right, guys. Let's see what this Four of Swords. There's been a processing energy, okay? You know, maybe also Knight of Swords is about getting the strength, so that this person, I feel with the Page of Pentacles, they want to talk to you. Page of Pentacles can be a peace offering, it can be an apology, something's weighing on this situation. It's coming down also to lack of clarity, so there could be a reactivity because there's this energy of either someone feels like there's not been honesty. Now you could feel that way about them, Pisces, or there's a lot that's gone unsaid, and then that causes erratic reactions. Erratic reactions. I mean, there's a tower energy here. Some of you have already had a tower with this person. You could have a tower coming with this person. I mean, it seems to be that the way in which you communicate with one another, it could be explosive in some kind of a way, or very triggering. Now, Tower card also is like, what's not working must go. So with this Four of Swords, there may be some processing energy around, you know, what's weighing on this connection, and it could be this kind of you know, the shadow stuff that's being triggered, like control issues, ego issues, and all that stuff. So this person could be going through some kind of a spiritual epiphany, aside from the fact that obviously there's clashes between you and this person. They could be having an understanding that they need to work through some stuff. You don't need to be too concerned, again, about them, Pisces. Like, if you want this to change, you need to just focus on you and the version of you. You don't need to wait for a person to heal. Okay, you can, if you believe this person needs to do healing work and learn their lessons and karma. I spoke about this also with Naya on the live, okay? If you're focused on them and their karma and blah, 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 that if that's what you believe, then this is the timeline you're on. There is a version of you that's also healed and healthy and doesn't have this triggering, whatever it is, and will get your side of the street. And there's a version of them that's healthy and healed and ready. I don't believe in divine timing or any of that. Knight of Cups. Okay, so they want to have, there's a romance element here, like they have romantic feelings for you, and potentially apologies. I mean, look, Death card. So this is some kind of an end between the two of you, but also wanting to transform things, okay? Tell me about this Tower again. Let's see. Judgment card. Accountability. Something here to do with maybe accountability around potentially not being honest, not being truthful, not being transparent in some kind of a way. I mean, it could even just be not being very upfront about feelings, which then causes reactivity. Yeah, the Judgment card is a comeback round after Five of Swords, a conflict, a tension, not seeing eye to eye on the direction forward. Are we speaking the same language? For some of you, it's really communication issues. For some of you, though, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, someone not being single and available. So for some of you, there's an issue here. I did say with the Emperor card, and I saw the Empress while I was shuffling. Some of you have got like a situation that's involving an outside energy, marriage is playing into it, or children or something. Otherwise, I think Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, this is again about not feeling very confident and good within oneself. And that creates tension and erratic behavior. So look, for some of you, there's this reactivity. Page of Pentacles, it's like what you're offering me is small. Like there's a reactivity. You might feel that way about them. They might react to you. And there could be a bit of this retaliation, something like that. Look, Page of Cups though, they still want to come in. They want to make a gesture. Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. This can be apologies. I mean, like I said, there's a wanting to have a second chance and a revival after tension and conflict. And potentially there's this wanting accountability. So that could be the ego thing as well. It could be a bit of this blaming and shaming between the two of you. Knight of Wands. Passion and chemistry, not much stability is what I'm getting. This is not a stable night. It's very hot and cold, in, out. For some of you, this is an affair, but not all of you. Again, I know I'm jumping back and forth, but the Oracle cards will give us more and it will apply in different ways. However, again, in essence, the key here is like, I'm going to get your side of the street. What do you actually want, Pisces? This is like, okay, definitely wanting a revival on their side, definitely wanting to maybe make peace about some kind of an argument or a fight. It's coming down to tension, ego issues, and control issues is what I'm getting, okay? The Knight of Wands. Yeah, and either founded or unfounded assumptions around other energies, okay? Seven of Cups, mixed signals, mixed feelings, not... For a lot of you, there is a trigger point here around choices and options, not really committing, because that's that Emperor card in the reverse. Doesn't look very stable to me. It's not a committed relationship. So that's either because there's commitments outside or just non-committal, like more like fun and maybe sex with that Knight of Wands, but not much like stability. And then that causes reactivity. You know, there's been maybe lack of honesty for some of you, or just lack of clarity, not being open with one another. Definitely the passion. I mean, where are the Cups cards, Pisces? Oh yeah, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. Romance for sure, but there's no like King of Cups so far. I mean, we've got, or Queen. We've got Knight of Wands in the reverse, and then the Temperance. Someone's lost their temper. Around conflict and tension around other energies. This is definitely like outside meddling, outside interference. Now, again, when I said founded or unfounded with the Seven of Cups, some of you there may not even be other people, or they weren't initially, because that can happen too, guys. But when there is like an insecurity or a fear, people crystallize into the 3D circumstances. So let's say, for argument's sake, Pisces, you're the one that feels this person hasn't chosen you, and you have a underlying subconscious fear in this state of consciousness, which, by the way, you can fucking shift. It's not a big deal. You don't need to go and heal your wounds endlessly. But if you do, then you selected a person, potentially there was no one else. And then the way things played out, if there's an insecurity, your dominant thoughts, okay, and your actions, your inactions, your reactions, your assumptions, all of that are going to then manifest a version of the situation. And this is when we get third party energies. Or you can subconsciously select a version of a person that's already tied to someone or whatever. Third party stuff always connects to I'm not enough. Okay, so all you would need to do, Pisces, is select version of Pisces that doesn't have that limiting belief. You have a perfect self-concept. You are always chosen. You've always been chosen. You've always been enough. There's never any competition. So-and-so wants you. Everybody wants you. You're the only one, whatever it is, guys. Sammy Ingram and all those coaches will help you to do that, just to like give you the techniques. But once you've made a choice or a decision, you choose who chooses you, Pisces. So you can quantum into that reality and make that decision. It's with a decision. Then you're in that state, but you must persist and not waver and go in and out of an old state and a more favorable state. Okay, anyway, there's confusion, mixed feelings. And Five of Wands is tension and conflict. Temperance card is impatience. There could be an element of feeling like, oh, the timing's not right. Okay, someone might be quite non-committal because they don't feel ready for some reason. Not feeling financially stable is also a factor here with the Nine of Pentacles, not feeling very good within themselves. Yeah, I mean, I'm confused as well, Pisces. I don't know. Is it them? Is it you? Is it both of you? Let's look at your side of the street, okay? Which is more relevant. We've got Aries energy, Leo energy, Scorpio energy, double Scorpio with the Judgment card, triple Scorpio, Death, Tower, Judgment. These are big cards, guys. I mean, it could be a strong spiritual connection. Oh, and Sagittarius here with the Temperance card. They want to come out of conflict. I mean, they want to resolve it. They also don't like the competition. So for some of you, jealousy issues are really playing into this. This is the other thing about the Emperor card. It can be, it's the shadow emperor. So it's either like over controlled, not wanting to show emotions, or it can be very controlling and jealous. And this is coming down to fear of not being enough. And then third parties come in or they're around or whatever, guys. It's like the toxic masculine though, but it's not gender specific. Now, some of you are dealing with a situation where daddy issues are playing into this as well. Okay, and so without going Freud and going all down that path, and again, I'm only reading their side of the street for context, there's a version of them that's healed, but this person could have a reactivity it's coming down to their childhood or something like that, right? Okay, let's look at you, Pisces, how you feel about this person. Two of Pentacles, back and forth, Four of Swords, processing something, but you're still manifesting it, Pisces, because I saw the Magician card. Let's see. How do you feel about them? Judgment card, but in the reverse. Some of you feel like this person's very judgmental, or you're not sure if you can revive this. Lover's card though, Pisces. So you feel a very strong connection with this person, though Ace of Wands is in the reverse. So you feel like maybe the passion's been lost. Lover's card's about choices. So again, and the Moon, something about secrecy, things hidden, also fears connected to family, Ten of Cups. So for some of you, there's a real trigger point here with that Moon card and Ten of Cups. This is like triggering a shadow aspect that you have around family. You know, you could, like I said, be mirroring one another. Let's see, the Eight of Cups is in the reverse. The Chariot card is in the upright. Wow, you both have the Tower, Pisces. So there is a mirror going on here. You also had it maybe potentially a tower with each other, or maybe there's an upcoming tower. I'm not telling that to you guys to plant a seed in your head. This is literally a check-in point like now. You can walk away today and fuck all of this, Pisces, and with a decision, persist in a new story and let go of all of this. But there's like tower energy. There's big energy here. So there's big trigger points. You're trying to move forward in a more positive direction. You haven't disconnected from this person. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Maybe you're hoping for a return, or there is a return coming in July, but like this is about what's not working must go. So there's something here in this dynamic that is exposing, and I saw the Moon, like fears, limiting beliefs, and you just need to be concerned about your own fears and limiting beliefs and what's being triggered here. Okay, whether you want them or not, Pisces. So don't give me shit in the comments, guys. Like, if you want them, just focus on your version, the preferable version of them, the preferable version of you. If there's a self-concept issue, so if you don't want them and there's a self-concept issue, Pisces, here in this version of you, well, this is a win-win situation, because if they're triggering something in you, not being enough, not being lovable, whatever it is, there's a version of Pisces that doesn't have that belief, okay? Otherwise, you just carry on and you have this again. So Tower is spiritual energy, guys. You both have the Tower and the Tower. So clearly something's not working and it must go. Sitting here and blaming the mirror and saying they need to fix their fucking Tower. Well, how's that serving you? Sorry to give you guys shit, but I'm actually so tired and I'm a little cranky. I'll just be real with you. The world is cycles, round and round and round. And that's another major arcana. So focusing more on you, Pisces, which is more beneficial to you. There's something happening for you on a higher level, okay? And this is the World card, the round and round. So this person, you and this person could go round and round, okay? Or you've gone round and this is not the first time you've had this kind of a trigger point, but it might be being reflected back to you very strongly right now, because you might be at a point of the journey, you know, in your current state of consciousness where you need to shift something in order to elevate, okay, with or without this person. So you want to close out a cycle potentially. Queen of Cups, there's the Queen of Cups. I was like, where's the Queen and the King of Cups? Here so far, it's like a feeling that there's been romance, but there's a lot of this erratic communication and confusion and competition and tension that's gotten in the way, I think, of the heart space. You Pisces, you do feel love for this person, Queen of Cups. I mean, this could literally just be you. You could feel you pour into this, but, you know, something needs to shift or change. There needs to be a closing of a cycle, because there's a King of Wands in the reverse. Look, you could feel like there's genuine emotion, but then King of Wands in the reverse is kind of that player energy, or it feels more like it's just sex or passion, or at least that's the way this person could show up for you. Or Pisces, that's just been the dynamic so far. So there could be some like, okay, you know, because King of Wands in the reverse, it is the shadow King of Wands. So I also don't like labels, guys, because the player is a non-player in another reality, on another timeline. But we've got High Priestess, which is you, Pisces. I was going to say it's trust issues, and there could be secrecy, or there's this feeling of, to be honest, if there were secrets, this is like secrets exposed or called out or caught out energy. That could be the Tower. Okay, so someone could have felt like they were getting away with something. The other one could have felt, you know, they're going to call it out. There's this erratic kind of reactivity with one another. I mean, Seven of Swords in the reverse is literally usually secrets exposed. I mean, look at that, the two of them together. Which, you know, now I feel like you're hoping for a reconnect, but there's something here that's like been quite kind of shocking. I'm going to get the Oracle cards. This could be what's caused this kind of Tower energy. And I did say there's something here about someone not being honest or truthful or open. Let's see, Cancer energy, did I say that? And then we've got Pisces, you, Hermit card. There's been a lot of processing here. You want to come out of this Hermit energy. And then you want to come unstuck, Two of Swords. There's been a lot of stuckness. Okay, Pisces, I don't know. This is very big energy. I don't really know what to make of it. I'm very confused. There's something about healing here. Something that needs to be healed between the two of you. Something that needs to be healed within you. Reconciliation. So this person, I did say, they want to make peace with you. They want to reconcile. If there's been a fuck up and you're sitting here, just say, Pisces, for argument's sake, this person has reacted strongly to you, and you're sitting here and you're like, well, they're never going to want to fix things. This is how they are. Then you're anchored into that story. And if you feel they're a cheater and a this and a liar, like, guys, well, but you still want them, as an example, okay? This is for those of you that want them. Then you're just going to sit here and you're going to obsess that this is a person that is that and that and that. So even if you manifest them back in, they're going to continue to show up as you dominantly assume them to be, okay? Conversely, Pisces, if you've been the one that's like called out or caught out, I'm not giving you guys shit. If you hold on to all this guilt and shame around that they're never going to forgive you, well, you might get reactivity again. You get a certain type of communication. Anyway, reconciliation, harmony, resolving issues, getting back together. So what does this person want with Pisces now as we move into second half of July? Message, communication, expressing feelings, conversation. They want to have a conversation because there's fighting, trust issues. Said that, right? Because of distractions, temptations, always busy, kept you waiting. I did say controversy, scandal, drama, truth coming out. So for some of you, yes. And for others of you, if it's not like actually founded yet, with this mixed signals, mixed feelings, mixed messages, the kept waiting. I mean, if this person has a dominant insecurity and is very controlling, they might react very heavily to you seemingly distracted. Vice versa, that could be you, or this could be the energy that gets ping-ponged between the two of you. It could be a bit of this kind of no one wants to relinquish control. So then there's a certain type of communication, then it's tit for tat. You catch me? Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, we've got infatuation, denial, obsession, attraction. Well, that's very confusing, isn't it? But there is a lot of attraction. There's a lot of trust issues. And if this truth coming out, so some of you really literally is a big scandal and a tower. And for others of you, this is that, like, you've had it blow up or this keeps going round and round because there's a lot of assumptions and reactivity. And that's like the called out card. So it could be accusations and all of that. Court. Okay, guys, sorry. I'm not laughing, but like, I know that I'm sometimes go on a bit, but like the cards are perfect. I literally was like called out or caught out, and then here we go, court. Red-handed, secrets exposed, surprised, shocked. And then I did say that there's a bit of this kind of egoistic stuff going on, and then we have childish, immature, argumentative, playing the victim. And then we have liar, deception in another relationship. I mean, guys, take that as you will. I've already explained the different ways that could apply to your situation. There's generally trust issues and a feeling of deception. Some of you, there's actual deception that has crystallized into these 3D circumstances. Make a decision, Pisces, what you want, because the circumstances don't fucking matter. The dynamic is a dynamic. It's still a mirror of you. Go and have a look at some of the coaches I recommended and what I've posted previously. And once you decide what you want, then focus on that, okay? Okay, Pisces, I hope that that resonated. I'll just get you guys a romance angel. Very... Sorry, guys, I'm not laughing at you, but seriously, like, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay. So again, I might babble on because I'm fucking tired, and also I get a little bit frustrated feeling like I have to over explain things, but you get it because I'm trying to give you guys concepts that are not usually woven into tarot readings. So it's a lot of work for me, but you get what I'm saying. You need to decide what you want, Pisces. Okay, and then we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. We have wedding. For some of you, this is the issue, and there's an outside thing, outside commitment or indecision, stuck in one thing, wanting another thing, God knows. Apply it as you will, because liar, deception in another relationship. And for others of you, you know, this is just a lot of indecision and non-committal energy, and you want, you know, someone wants marriage, so make a decision. If you're the one that wants the marriage, you feel like this person not deciding, not committing, you fucking choose who chooses you, okay, Pisces? Or otherwise, if you don't want this person, decide you don't and just fuck it off, but don't be triggered with the same old story. Get me? There's a cycle that needs to be closed out, Pisces, the world. All right. Adios, guys. Love you guys very much, and I will check in 2 weeks' time. I hope it resonated and was helpful for some of you.